Good morning. We will start the paper Programming in C and Numerical Methods for the BA BSc 4th semester. Myself Dr. Neha Mittal, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, GC Jalana. We will start the paper Programming in C and Numerical Methods. Uh, Here is the chapter 1, Solution of Algebraic and Transcendental Equation. Firstly, I'll give you introduction. What is the algebraic equation and what is the transcendental equation? The equation of the form fx equal to 0 are called algebraic or transcendental according as it is purely a polynomial or contains some other functions such as trigonometric, logarithmic and exponential. Means if the equation is of the polynomial type that does not contain exponential function, that is called the algebraic, and if it involves exponential functions, logarithmic functions, trigonometric functions, that equations are called transcendental equation. In short, जिस फंक्शन में अगर साइन एक्स कॉस एक्स या लॉग एक्स ई की एक्स टाइप के फंक्शंस आ जाते हैं तो उसको हम कहेंगे ट्रांसीडेंटल इक्वेशंस. ठीक है. नाउ we will find the solution of algebraic and transcendental equations. Sometimes solution is not the exact and we will take the approximate solutions. You can say algebraic methods are not available and recourse must to taken to find the roots by approximate methods. Firstly, I'll talk about continuation or permanence of sign. What is the continuation of sign? If positive sign is followed by the positive sign or negative sign is followed by the negative sign, then it is called continuation. For example, x raised to power 5 minus 6x raised to power 4 minus 2x raised to power 3. Here minus 6x raised to power 4 minus 2x raised to power 3. Minus is followed by minus. That means this is the continuation of signs. And minus 2x cube plus 7x. Now it is the change of sign. Minus plus में change हो गया, that is the change of sign. 7x plus 9x plus 2 plus, that is the continuation of sign. 9x plus 5 plus 2 plus, that is the continuation of sign. So variation of change of sign, if there is a plus is followed by minus and minus is followed by plus, then it is a variation or change of sign, or plus is followed by plus and minus is followed by minus, then it is called continuation of sign. Now we will talk about Descartes' rule of sign. In a polynomial equation fx equal to 0 with real coefficients, show that the number of positive roots cannot exceed the number of change of sign for the coefficients of in fx, and number of negative roots cannot exceed the number of change of sign of coefficients in f of minus x. Simply we can say कि fx में जितने चेंज ऑफ साइन होंगे पॉजिटिव रूट्स उससे ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकते. ऐसे ही f ऑफ माइनस एक्स में जितने चेंज ऑफ साइन होंगे नेगेटिव रूट्स उससे ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकते. We will have to prove these results. So for example, let fx equal to polynomial of nth degree, that is a naught x raised to power n plus a1 x raised to power n minus 1 plus up to an, where a naught is not equal to 0 because this is the leading coefficient and we take this is the polynomial of the degree n. This is the given polynomial and there are p positive roots. What are p positive roots? Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha p. These are p positive roots of the equation fx equal to 0. We have taken a polynomial of the nth degree and p positive roots of the equation fx equal to 0. Then we can write polynomial as fx equal to, because alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha p are p roots. So we can write it as x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2 up to x minus alpha p into quotient. Quotient, here is quotient is phi x, where the roots of phi x are either negative or imaginary or both. अब phi x के जो रूट्स हैं या तो वो नेगेटिव होंगे या इमेजनरी. क्यों? पॉजिटिव रूट्स जितने भी थे वो अल्फ़ा 1, अल्फ़ा 2, अल्फ़ा p आ चुके हैं. रिमेनिंग रूट्स आर नेगेटिव और इमेजनरी. नाउ when phi x is multiplied by x minus alpha 1, x minus alpha 2, x minus alpha p, When phi x is multiplied these factors, at least p variations of signs are introduced, because each factor x minus alpha I introduces at least one variation of sign on multiplication. That means there are p positive roots of fx equal to 0. That is, number of variation of sign in fx are p or more. We can say number of positive roots of fx equal to 0 cannot exceed the number of variation of sign in fx. Secondly, now we take negative roots. Let minus beta 1, minus beta 2, minus beta q. These are bq negative roots of fx equal to 0. Then beta 1, beta 2, beta q are q positive roots of f of minus x equal to 0. By using the above result, f of minus x has at least q variation of sign. We can say number of negative roots of fx equal to 0 cannot be more than number of change of sign of coefficients in f of minus x. Therefore, we can say number of negative roots cannot exceed the number of change of sign in f of minus x. So we have to remember the results. Number of positive roots cannot exceed the number of change of sign of coefficients in f of x, and number of negative roots cannot exceed the number of change of sign of coefficients in f of minus x. We have shown these two results. So we have to remember this result. This is called Descartes rule of sign. Next theorem है location of roots. If fx is a continuous function in the interval ab and f of a and f of b are of opposite sign, then the equation fx equal to 0 has at least one real root lying in the interval ab. We have to prove that if fx is a continuous function, f of a and f of b are of opposite sign, then there must exist at least one real root lying in the open interval ab. We are given that f of a and f of b are of opposite sign, so without loss of generality, we can assume that f of a is greater than 0 and f of b is less than 0. Therefore, we can say f of a into f of b is less than 0. Here, fx is a continuous function. Fx is a continuous function, therefore fx changes sign from positive to negative as x approaches from a to b, because f of a is negative and f of b is positive. That means, and function is continuous, so f of a, fx changes sign from a to b. It follows that when जब fx साइन चेंज करेगा तो उसको x एक्सिस को टच करना पड़ेगा. Then it means fx vanishes at least one point x equal to c in the interval ab, because it touches the x axis, and at x axis there is a y equal to 0. So hence x equal to c is a root of the equation fx equal to 0. We can see by the graph figure 1.1, fx is positive because it lies in the first quadrant, and f of b is negative because it lies in the fourth quadrant. And the function is continuous. When it passes from f of a to f of b, it must touch the line x-axis. At x-axis there is a y equal to 0. Y means fx equal to 0. Means at x equal to c, function becomes 0. Where c lies between a and b. मतलब there must exist at least one point c where fx equal to 0. Corollary है, if fx crosses the x-axis more than once, as x approaches from a to b, it does so an odd number of times when f of a into f of b is negative. When f of a into f of b is negative, if fx crosses x-axis more than once, एक से ज़्यादा बार क्रॉस करेगी तो ऐसा ऑड नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स करेगी, because f of a into f of b is negative. We can see from figure 1.2, because f of a into f of a is positive, f of b is negative. When it crosses x axis more than once, तो x इक्वल टू c1 पे क्रॉस किया, फिर c2 पे टच किया, फिर फिर C3 पे, देन इट मस्ट लाई, मतलब देयर वी कैन से देयर आर 3 रूट्स lying between A and B. However, if f of A into f of B is greater than 0, when f of A into f of B is greater than 0, that means f of A and f of B are of the same sign. Fx may not vanish at any point between A, B. If f of A into f of B is positive, then it may be possible that it may not vanish at any point between A, B. And if it vanishes, और अगर ये vanish होगा, then it does so an even number of times. We can say from figure 1.3. Now next theorem है, every polynomial equation of an even degree whose last term is negative and the coefficient of the first term being positive has at least 2 real roots, one positive and one negative. We are given that polynomial equation of an even degree whose last term is negative. So we have to take a polynomial of even degree, say 2n. So let fx is a polynomial of degree 2n. We have taken fx as a0 x raised to power 2n plus a1 x raised to power 2n minus 1 plus up to so on. Last term is negative, that is minus a 2n equal to 0. This is the polynomial of degree 2n. And the coefficient of first term is positive. We are given the first term coefficient is positive and last term is negative. Has at least 2 real roots. We have to prove that this polynomial has 2 real roots, one positive and other negative. Now we solve f of infinity. F of infinity is infinity. Easily we can check. F of 0 is minus a to n and f of plus infinity is infinity. F of 0 is minus a to n or f of minus infinity is plus infinity. That means there is one change of sign from infinity to 0 and one change of sign from 0 to minus infinity. We find that as x approaches from 0 to infinity, fx changes sign from negative to positive and equation has at least one positive root because there is a one change of sign. And when it approaches from minus infinity to 0, fx again changes sign from positive to negative. Therefore, it has at least one negative root in minus infinity to 0. We have to prove this result. Next theorem है, every polynomial equation of an odd degree must have at least one real root of the sign opposite to that of its last term, the coefficient of the first term being positive. Now we have to take the polynomial of an odd degree. So let fx equal to a0 x raised to power 2n plus 1 plus a1 x raised to power 2n plus last term is a 2n plus 1, which is the positive. We are given that polynomial is an odd degree, must have at least one real root of the sign opposite to that of its last term. So f of minus infinity is minus infinity, f of 0 is a 2n plus 1 and f of infinity is infinity. Now we are not known about the sign of the a 2n plus 1. If a 2n plus 1 is positive, then fx changes sign from negative to positive in the interval minus infinity to 0. It means therefore equation has at least one negative root, and if a 2n plus 1 is negative, fx changes sign from negative to positive. In which interval? 0 infinity. Fx changes sign negative to positive in 0 infinity. That means fx equal to 0 has at least one positive root. That depends upon the sign of the last term a 2n plus 1. And we are proved, we have given the result and we are proved with this result. Thank you.